I'm 21 years old and I've built a business that generates over $500,000 in revenue. And I'm going to be giving you 30 benefits that most entrepreneurs don't realize before it's too late. These are lessons that I've learned the hard way. Since I was an entrepreneur at 16, I've done the door-to-door, in-person sales, cold calling, even spent thousands and thousands of dollars and my time trying all these random businesses. So if you're in your 20s and you want to be your own boss and you want to have freedom and travel and essentially just live your life on your own terms at an early age, or if you're older, even better, we can always start. This video can potentially save you so many years of mistakes. So let's get into it. Truth number one, nobody's gonna save you. There's gonna be no handouts. The opportunity just isn't gonna fall right in front of you. You have to literally put yourself out there, go through embarrassment, fall on your face, lose money. Truth number two, sales is the highest paying skill in the whole world. And you can go down this rabbit hole. 50% of millionaires today started out in sales. That should tell you something. Truth number three, chase skills, not money. I have so many young guys DM me and ask me, Adam, I want to make money with the internet. Adam, I want to be financially free. I want to take care of my family, all this stuff. And they're so focused on making money, they're not focused on the actual skills to obtain the money. I tell all my sales guys, we can get you on a sales job, remote work, but if you don't know how to sell, you're not going to make anything. And it's the same thing for all of the industries out there. So you have to learn before you earn. And it's one of those concepts where it's a time thing. You have to get better at what you do. It's the same thing with being a doctor. They're not just going to put a doctor in there and you're not going to make good money. You got to go to school. Same thing when it comes to skills and making money with the internet or whatever you decide to do. You have to be able to lock down the skills to be the best at what you do or potentially work your way up to that. Truth number four, you don't get paid for working hard. You get paid for solving a problem. So if you solve small problems, you get paid small amounts. Simple, if you work at McDonald's, you're solving a small problem by being a cashier. But if you solve a big problem by helping other business owners get more leads and traffic to their business, that is a big problem you're solving, which means you get a big check at the end of that. It all really comes down to your vehicle that you're in, which we'll talk more about with these truths. Truth number five, you have to fail a lot more. You have to fall on your face. You have to lose friends. You have to lose money. You're going to go through all these things. And I think most guys are scared of that. You have to come to a point in your career where it's normal to fail. It's normal to learn, because the number one thing you have to take from losing is, I've taken some pretty big losses, but you have to look at it as a lesson. I lost this much money. I lost this family member. I lost whatever it is, or I lost this business partner. What can I do differently to, of course, avoid that next time, or at least predict it so I know I'm prepared if that were to go down that route again? So you have to learn from the lessons from that. Truth number six, the fastest way to make money is by helping someone else make money first. 1000%. All of my commission checks, if you're in sales, you make the company more money and so you get a commission. For example, with my sales agency, I help all these other businesses generate more sales for their offers or whatever it is that they might be selling. And in return, I get a cut and a percentage of how much revenue I bring for that business, because without me, they wouldn't have had that revenue. But because of me, I've built a team, I have the marketing behind it where I get a chunk of their revenue. And so, like I said, help other people make more money, you will make more money. Number seven, comfort is the most expensive thing that you will ever pay for. I met this girl in Hawaii one time. She's going there for 4 years. She's spending $80,000 a year just to go to the college out there. Super expensive. And she's studying fashion. I bet you she's so comfortable right now. She's probably living her best life on the beach, as she should. Great. But her career, her choices after the 4 years is up of her being comfortable. She has student loans to pay for, and I hope her fashion career can pay for that. So, nonetheless, if you're comfortable right now and you're not moving forward in any way, shape, or form, you're falling behind, and you have to snap out of it. You have to be uncomfortable because that's building you to be a better version of yourself, to be able to, of course, get closer to where you want to be. So you have to be uncomfortable. Same thing with sports or working out. You have to be able to find resistance in anything that you do so that you can obviously go the right direction. 1000%. Truth number 8. Discipline beats talent and it beats motivation all day long. For example, being a guy my age with the money that I make, I can splurge it, I can travel, I can be gone for a long time and not have to worry. But if I do that, I lose my business, I lose my employees, and I lose my culture and my team, and then I'm not making the money, I'm back at square one, as I'm trying to say. So it's important that you and your team have a strong form of discipline in what you do, your vision, how you do it, and of course how consistent you are. And of course there's going to be days, we're human, we're not robots, but if you can stay in the course as long as you can, consistently, you're going to be solid. Number 9, a confused customer will never buy. Your customer, your potential clients, your leads have to be crystal clear on what you're offering and what you are able to do for them. If they're not crystal clear and they're not on the same page with you, and the results and the testimonials and the vision is not on the same page with what they're trying to get to, they'll never buy from you. I make sure my clients or whoever I'm going to hop on a call with, they're 100% certain that what I'm going to be selling them and what I offer and what I do is going to help them get to where they want to be. They have to be in alignment with their goal and my offer, and they have to be crystal clear. Otherwise, you're going to have nasty objections, chargebacks, and it's not going to be worth it. Number 10, your first attempt will be embarrassing. Dude, your first video you post, your first sales call, your first offer, your first business will probably suck, and that's okay. It's supposed to suck. Nobody's perfect. What matters is that you're trying and just get better every single time. I remember a year after I graduated high school, I had made my first piece of online money, and I made a video about it. And I was getting made fun of by other entrepreneurs. I was getting made fun of by my old high school friends, which I no longer talk to anymore, just because we've gone different paths. But I felt embarrassed. But let me tell you this: the price of entry is embarrassment. It happens. People won't look at you the same, but the reward is a life that most people can only imagine, and a life that most people can only even talk about. So it's important that you surround yourself with the right people who understand and see and share the same vision, so you can hit it harder and compound as a team, which I'll get into more through. So environment, we'll hold off for that one, but we'll go to what's next. So number 11, the things that you're avoiding are the things that you have to do the most. The cold call you have to make, the sales call you have to take, the uncomfortable team conversations you have to take, hard conversations, obviously not wanting to make this YouTube video, team just all the stuff that you're avoiding that you have to do. All the uncomfort on those things. That is where the growth really is, and that is where you have massive breakthroughs in your business. You have to do it, because if you keep doing the same thing that's not working, it's not going to work. You have to get uncomfortable and make those business shifts. 12, you don't need more information. You simply need to take action. Most entrepreneurs that I know that are very successful, that are just who I look up to, they take action. They lose their money. They spend their money. They make a crap ton of money. They take action. They stop. They don't think. They don't overdo it. They don't overthink it. They simply do it. Because the reality is, most people already know what they should be doing. You shouldn't be procrastinating. You know that if you keep thinking about it deep down, you're not going to get anywhere. The only way, you can have all the information on how to become successful, but if you don't take action and you don't make time for it, you're never going to get it. 13, revenue means nothing. Profit means everything. I've worked with a couple companies when I first started off with my career where our revenue looked phenomenal on paper. We were printing, but the whole back end and profits and margins just did not make sense, and the whole company fell apart. And so now I make sure if I make a decision when it comes that will affect my margins as a business, is this bringing more revenue for the company, or will it potentially bring more revenue? Or is this just a straight expense needed? There's just no need. I've had this problem with CRMs and sales rep commissions and structures, and we can go all day, but super important fact. So that's it. 14, the person with speed is the person that will always win. You can have the best idea ever, the best invention that no one knows about, but if you have no action to your idea, or if you just don't move with speed, you're going to get outworked. Now with the knowledge of the internet and the videos on YouTube and people are selling information, you can move with so much speed and get results. But if you're having fatigue and you're procrastinating and you just are overthinking, dude, there's another young guy out there that's probably running laps on me and probably running laps on you, which is why you have to just get up and go take action. 15, you have to invest money to save your time. You only have 2 hands and 24 hours in a day. You can only get so done, and I had to learn this the hard way, where I was working 12-hour days back to back, Monday through Sunday. My eyes went black. I tried doing operating. I tried wearing all the hats in the business, and I tried doing all of these businesses, and they didn't work because I was fatigued and I couldn't be 100%. So I learned that I had to delegate. I had to invest my money in mentors and people that have the knowledge that I've been spending hours and hours trying to figure out, and in systems and people that know more or can prioritize and take care of parts of my business. For example, I started a Christmas light business out here in Orange County, California. I've never ran a Christmas light business before. So I actually paid a guy one-on-one to teach me everything that he knows about having a successful Christmas light business. This guy's made millions and millions of dollars with it. And because of that, I have been able to cut off a whole year of training and sum it down into 3 weeks and being ready for the Christmas light season. And so when you invest your money to save you time, that is the number one most valuable thing ever. Because if you save your time, dude, you're going to move faster and you're just going to be so caught up. The most successful guys I know, very needle moving when it comes to, are very needle moving with their time. Let me see. 16, solve problems with people who already have money. What I found for being an entrepreneur for about 5 years now is when you waste your time with people who don't have money or are cheap, they complain more, they're the worst customers ever, and you just don't want, you get tired of them. And what you'll notice is, like, now the most successful guys I work with, they pay invoices faster, they don't complain, they give it to you straight, they work faster, and that is the best thing I can give. Of course, it's like this whole concept of B2C versus B2B. B2C will complain, they're cheap leads, and then B2B is just a lot faster when it comes to paying invoices, and you can have a lot more needle-moving conversations, and you don't have to give you, but depends on your industry. Just sure that if there's an industry where you can sell to rich people, if you're in an industry where you're selling to broke people, do your very, very to sell to people who have the money to pay for your services and not complain as much as do. Truth 17. Most businesses fail because the founder quits. When I was scaling and I was part of a team I was once part of a team where I was managing a team of sales closers, and the founder just was not all in. He wasn't posting content, he wasn't consistent on the fulfillment, and what ended up happening was the culture, the company ended up crumbling down, and everyone had to leave. And I wish I knew this ahead of time. If I saw the red flags early on, I probably would have been a lot more ready to pivot than just having this all happen all at once and then losing that client. So it's one of the things where now I'm able to predict certain red flags in a founder where I can have conversations with them and see what's going on before you just hit a wall and then the founder just quits and you're left in the dust with no clients, or you just lose a client. So that's super important. 18. Network is way more valuable than your net worth. I cannot stress this enough. When I was 19, I moved into a high-rise, probably one of the most expensive places here in Orange County, in my area in California. And I did it to be able to network with high-level guys. Now, fast forward 1 year, I had met 2 of my best clients in that building. And of course, I made friends with them. And because I made friends with them, I was connected with other people, which I love very, very today. But if I hadn't made the decision to move to a better area, to make better connections, and to get outside my comfort zone, I wouldn't have made those connections, and I probably wouldn't have been friends with them today. And of course, I wouldn't have had the skills that I have today that I've learned from them. And so my network, I love them, I look up to them, and I think that every guy should have a network of guys where you have to be the dumbest one in the room. You have to ask questions. You have to be always doing something wrong and them giving you advice on how to do it better. That's the best way to do it. But you have to be valuable enough to be in those rooms. So learn skills. Back to the first other truth. Truth 19. The social media content that you see on your Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, the flashy type of content where my Lamborghini, this stuff, or just all the like quick hit reels is specifically what I'm looking for. Don't fall for that. You have to build skills. I'm telling you. Build the skills to live a life that you want to live. Don't fall for the fake dopamine, and don't convince yourself that this fake dopamine is what's going to get you successful. I fell for that early on in my career where I was watching content that was just fake dopamine, thinking I was getting the job done. In reality, I was not moving the needle whatsoever. Truth number 20, which I think is super important: cut people that drain your energy. And this can mean a variety of different things. This means move out of your hometown. Get used to living in a better environment. Be surrounded by better people. Force yourself to be uncomfortable. People who doubt you. People who don't see the same vision that you see. Old friends that are stuck in the same habits that don't want to obviously ascend and have a better life. You have to cut those people out. I promise you, there are people out there that are your age that share the same vision and goal that you can be very, very tight with. I mean, dude, my closest friends today, I met on the internet, and they are badass entrepreneurs, dude. So they're out there. Don't let people doubt you. Don't let the people doubt you and put you down and drain your energy. You need to show up for yourself and attract the right people in your life. And sometimes it could be your own loved ones. It could be anyone. You have to distance yourself from those people. Focus on you, work on your skills, take action, fall on your face, fail, spend money, lose money, make fucking money, and you will get the job done. 21. The best marketing is proof. Testimonials, proof that it works, experience, all that stuff. When I work with my clients, I just show them screenshots, or I just pull up my dashboard of revenue that we've been bringing in. The proof is there. I know what I'm talking about. That speaks volume, and show that more often. But be careful if you're potentially looking to work with someone, because some people lie about their revenue. And that's super important that if you're seeing red flags like that, you don't want to work with people like that, dude. 22. Don't build a business where you have to constantly beg people to buy. For example, I did door-to-door mowing lawns. I had to beg people door-to-door to mow their lawn. And doing that at scale is probably difficult. But as soon as I transitioned to the online space, there was so much demand where I never looked back again. And I'm sure there's other examples out there, but if you can build a business around where there's so much demand, you will be part of a massive booming industry. And that could be like e-com kills. High ticket sales is a number one thing where all these influencers and online coaches need sales reps. TikTok, like there's all these different varieties out there where people need you. 23, you're either selling something or you are getting sold. Either you're a creator or you're a consumer, right? Like if you think about it, you're consuming. If you're brain rotting and you're scrolling all the time, you're consuming all this content and people are making money off of you. Whenever I buy stuff on TikTok Shop, or if I buy stuff on like Amazon, or my buddy buys something from this random website, I always laugh about it because they just got drop shipped. Like probably some random 20-year-old bought that product at wholesale price for like $6 and they sold it to you for $15. And like, dude, I joke about it, like, dude, you're a straight consumer. Like, you can make money. So when you think like that, shift your perspective on business, and then you start thinking differently on how you can make more money. 24, comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison will kill your momentum and your progress. You're on your own journey. You're your own path. You have your unique story to tell. Stay on that path. Enjoy the journey. If you're broke, enjoy that you're broke. I miss times when I was broke and I only had like $100 in my bank, but I would have the best time with my friends in high school. So it's like, enjoy the journey, enjoy it. You'll get there. I believe in you, and you have to believe in yourself. Enjoy the journey. Hey, I might not, like, for example, if you think how I used to think, I might not be where I'm at right now, but I know eventually I'll get there. Truth 25. Your reputation is built when nobody is watching. I see so many online guys or just business guys, or even people around me, that put up a front around people that they want to impress or on social media. And what I found is that incongruence within themselves ends up eating them from the inside out, and they end up just getting tired more, they fail more, and they don't attract good people in their life. Massive believer that you have to just take care of people around you, and whether it's just like people or whatever it might be, when you are just genuinely a good person, you're giving out good stuff, you genuinely have good intentions behind whatever it is that you do, that character and alignment and that congruency will give you so far. It's essentially like, what I like to think about is the law of reciprocity. The law of reciprocity is something that I learned from one of my mentors in the past, is the more you give, the more that you will receive. Just give and don't expect nothing in return. And naturally, the right people, the right connections, the right opportunity will literally just be right in front of your face. It's a crazy concept I still have yet to really understand, but it's worked so far. 26. Learning from someone that's ahead of you or that has the goals accomplished that you want to accomplish is the best way to get ahead. When I first started out in sales and I wanted to be a better salesperson, I sat next to the top leading sales rep, and I would listen and I would take notes and I would ask questions, and I would really take in and value their time. When you're around the right people and they're ahead of you, you learn from them. 27. Content should be a byproduct of your real life. I see a lot of guys that are trying to get into content creation, but they have no sole purpose behind it, and then they're not successful with it. For example, with me, I'm giving you guys value from a business I've already built, from the hours and hours I've spent on starting all these businesses and failing them. If you're going to start a personal brand, or if you're going to start content, have an ICP built out, and of course have a sole goal or direction of where you want to go. Otherwise, you'll be wasting your time. Nonetheless, still post that content, but be careful and be weary of how you want to strategically post. 28. No one will believe in your brand if you don't believe in it yourself first. This can go for a variety of different businesses. From what I've learned, culture is everything. And that belief in that business or that sales team or that person or that vision, if there is no conviction behind it, if there's no belief behind it, there's no point in starting it. And I can use this in sales calls where when I'm selling something, I have to have belief in it. I have to have conviction in it. If I have no conviction in it whatsoever, it's going to be damn well a hard time trying to sell that. But if essentially what I always say is my perception will always become your perception at the end of the sales call. I believe in this product so damn much and I have conviction behind it, you're naturally going to just look at the same way. Same thing with sales team culture. When you have that belief with the whole team is 100% dialed in and committed to this vision and this goal of us all hitting this certain KPI as its whole team, the belief is there. But if it's not there, the conviction, the culture, it's going to be a hard time scaling, and it's going to be a hard time staying consistent as well. 29. Your income will always follow the value of the problem that you solve. If you solve bigger problems, you make more money. That's it. I used to close for a personal development offer, and one time I sold this veteran, and he was struggling with depression, and he was having suicidal thoughts, and he has a family and kids, and he had this problem for a very long time, years. And the product that I was selling him was a massive breakthrough product. That it was one-on-ones, and it was group coaching, and it was one-on-ones, it was in person. It was just a massive, I know it was going to give a massive breakthrough, but we charge a lot for our time and for the results that we get. But because of that, we're able to sell that and help them get results. If you have a product that can help businesses scale in a certain area in their market, they will buy your service and your product and they'll value time. But you have to position yourself in the right way, which we can always go down this rabbit hole. So if you solve bigger problems, you will make big money. That's it. And lastly, truth number 30. The best time to start was yesterday. Literally. The only person that's going to be in your way is you from starting. You simply have to start something. Fail. Literally fall on your face. Learn something new. And There's no perfect moment. There's no perfect recipe behind everything. You just have to start right now. And you have to value your time. If you keep doing the same thing that you're doing right now for the next 6 months, will there be some changes? Yes or no? If their answer is no, then you have to make some changes, especially if you have bigger goals than what you currently have right now. You have to value your time. You gotta start. You have to take more risks. And seriously ask yourself, whatever I'm doing right now, is it pushing me closer to the best version of myself and my goal, or is it pulling me away? You gotta ask yourself that. Those are 30 truths that I have learned from the past 5 years of being an entrepreneur, from my experiences, my wins, my losses, the time, the money I've spent on a variety of different industries, and just being just a serial entrepreneur, really. But nonetheless, I really hope you guys enjoyed this YouTube video. I'm planning on making a lot more content like this very soon. And if there was a certain truth in this video that really hit hard for you, I want you to comment it down below to let me know. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. We'll see you guys later. Peace out.